Everything is a distraction. Me is like the only purpose is Christ crucified and the love of Christ. Epstein does not matter. It doesn't matter how many islands those people have. It doesn't matter how many people they sex trafficked. It doesn't matter how many children died. It doesn't matter how many children got fucked. It doesn't matter how many children got raped. It doesn't matter how many children got molested. It doesn't matter how many children got killed. You're not getting the list. You will never get the list until they want to give you the list. And if they change their minds, they will not give you the list. You do not deserve the list. You forfeit the right for the list whenever you tried, when you didn't do nothing. It doesn't matter how much awareness you spread. They don't give a fuck who knows or how many people that know. You're not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything. Nobody's going to do anything. Just like pedophiles. They don't give a fuck how many people dislike or hate pedophiles. They're safe. They're secure. You know how many sex offenders are in this area? It's shocking. I used to go biking in this one neighborhood, and there's a pedophile that just registered. She's a sex offender. Old broad. Living her best life in that neighborhood. Nobody's doing nothing. Nobody cares. Nobody's gonna go and, hang her on a tree or, public execution this. No, it's all talk. Nobody cares. And it doesn't matter if it's, you gotta worry about bills. That's just a reason that you don't care and that you're not doing something. Just because it's bills, survival, this, schools, this, that. I don't want to get in too much trouble. I don't want to have to lose my life over this. I'm doing good. I just got out of a rut. Valid reasons, but it's a reason. You can't just, fake that you care. You don't care, just like I don't care. Who cares that all these children get sex trafficked to these islands? People try to delude themselves that spreading awareness is fighting. It's not fighting. Majority of society is already aware. All these Epstein lists, all these P. Diddy's, these are popular topics. These are topics you can literally talk about just going about your day outside, just meeting a random stranger. You can bring this up in conversation just as much as you can bring up sports and the weather to anybody, old or young. It's not a taboo topic. Conspiracy theories is as popular as, the Houston Rockets or whatever, Conor McGregor, whatever sport, is that popular. It's got that much traction. It's there. It's there. It's already done. And you still haven't gotten the list. You still haven't gotten anything that you want or all the demands that you will wish for. They're not going to be met because you don't have the balls for them to be met. When the U.S. military wants to go get Osama bin Laden, they didn't protest. They didn't do all this type of stuff. We want this. Oh, we got to spread the word to them that we want Osama bin Laden. We want Osama bin Laden. No, they went and got that nigga. But everybody has been, the only answer to that, if you really want to do something, is violence. The U.S. or any other nation or any other country is not the only ones that can declare war. What's the difference between, if we really want to be truthful and we really want to be honest and look at the problem or what is, what's the difference between a nigga on the street shooting and killing the Crip or Blood or going to war with another gang versus a person that's serving in the armed military? There is no difference. Whatever lies or delusions that you try to sell yourself that, well, they're doing it to a just cause, to fight for the freedoms, they're protected by God, which is just not true. It's not true. Killing is killing. Just like that serial killer boy, Ricky Ramirez done said, it's killing well done for due to profit or fun, which, governmental, whatever. It's true. What's the difference between a gang member on the block killing somebody fighting in a gang war versus the U.S. military. It's not a difference. If you look at these situations and scenarios of all these military things and these soldiers and stuff, you'll see there's no difference. You know, the same way the U.S. nicknamed serial killers and stuff like that, they nickname, our enemies nickname us. You know that, right? Like the Chris Kyle boy that went and died off into forever. He went and died and got his arm and died and stuff like that and killed a lot of people. Sniped a lot of people. And they called him the devil or something, It's the same thing. People are just playing a game with themselves not to look at the truth of what is. It's not disrespect. I would even say it's disrespectful to reject the truth of what is. Then they want to make up all this type of just stuff that they know nothing about and the things that they do not understand. Because they got, they have no understanding. Because they accept certain things. This is how you can observe, you can analyze, and be analytical about things. But yeah, nothing of this. It doesn't matter. You got people praying for fake Israel. You got churches being fake as crack, and even the churches that be like, "Oh, I'm gonna do nothing but tell you the truth." You gotta watch out for them, because those are snakes in the water, really. Because they'll be the first ones, be like, we gotta celebrate Christmas. This is Jesus' birthday. When the months, the type of calendars we use now versus the ones that were used in the Bible is very different. As well as the months were different. You can't even get all the months down, let alone December. Whether Jesus was born in December or not. You don't know. Nobody knows. You can't know a thing like that because it doesn't even matter what day. Like as in 4th of celebration. The birth date doesn't even the Bible says that the death date is more important than the birth date. The birth date is a sign of misery, it's pain and anguish, It's like it's nothing matter. The death date is the beautiful thing. People got it ass backwards, just like people bitching and moaning, not even mature enough to be overcoming of death. People want to say, well, we overcome this, we overcome and they still get teary-eyed when somebody in their family dies. You have to grow past that. You have to mature. You have to know and always be honest with yourself. If you're not honest with yourself on one side, you're letting some lies and letting some deceit and letting something that's not true seep in. You have to be honest. You have to be truthful. Always. It doesn't matter, what's this. It doesn't matter, you don't sacrifice the truth for the sake of being nice or for the sake of being kind or loving. Because as long as your love and kindness are laying within the lie, it's not love. It's actually hatred. It's just like how broads be telling other broads that they're beautiful when, they're ugly, or when people be telling disabled people or anybody like that, that they're this and that they're that and that they can do that. It's like, no, know your limitations. This person got limitations. They're disabled for a reason. Disabled, it implies limitations, and this person needs to know their limitations. And if they do not know their limitations, that can hinder them in the future, and it can be a detrimental to them in the future. So they must know their limitations. They cannot be told a lie. But they're told a lie, and then they found out that the lie that they were told was not true. How much pain will be? Will it be more pain than which you was trying to save them from when you told them the lie? Or is it more pain, worse than telling them the truth when you told them the lie? You see what I mean? It's the same thing. Like, like how people be telling these bras that they deserve everything. These bras really don't deserve anything. You've been with pedophiles, you've been with murderers, you've been with women beaters, and you think you deserve a good man. You do not deserve a good man. And until you can get healed or something like that, I mean truly healed and actually submit, because men love to be around the bush with that because their balls are cooked by women, but No, you have to submit. That's the only way that a man and a woman can be aligned with an order. That's why a lot of people be going in and out of relationships, because there's no order there. Because the man is the head of the woman. There's no partnership. No. That's disbalance. This is disbalance. The man is the head of the woman. But people don't even ask why. They don't even ask, well, this. They just go say, well, no, that's sexist, that's hatred, that's hatred. And they don't even realize it. Just like the parents is the head of the child. And the children are supposed to submit unto the parents. It doesn't mean the parents' life is more valuable than the children. It doesn't mean the children's lives are less valuable and all this. No. You know why the children submit unto the parents? And this aligns with the nature. And this is why I say people are in disorder, in disarray, and they're dead, and they don't know where they're going. Because to say that somebody is a protector and provider, just like parents are to their children, the people, you have to acknowledge the greater and the lesser. Like the Bible says, this is a nature. And you can see this within all walks of life. Within any ratio that has one greater and one lesser, in them communicating with each other. The greatest among you shall be your servant. The greatest among the parents and the children is the parents. So they serve the children. They go to work for the children. They put food on the table for the children. They, send the children to school. They give the children all these things and all this stuff. And then children submit unto the parents. The children follow the rules and regulations the parents have laid out. The same thing goes for the man and the woman. The woman is supposed to submit unto the man. That's the only way it's going to work. Just like the relationship between the child and the parent. The man provides, the man protects for the woman. But the woman is supposed to submit unto the man. It's not, it's a commandment. It's how it's supposed to be. It's the only way it's going to work. There's not one relationship on the face of the earth where a woman does not submit unto a man. That relationship is a wholehearted, great relationship that will last throughout ages. It's not happening. It doesn't exist. It will never exist because it doesn't align with the nature. It doesn't align with order. Just like homosexual relationships cannot last because it's against nature. It doesn't serve survival. These aren't social constructs. These are things in place that are to prolong our survival.